Yo, what's good? It's your boy Trouble T Roy. Hit Don't Get Hit Boxing Talk. Back with another one. And it goes. So, just finished a very exciting weekend of boxing. And I'll get straight to the point with this one. I didn't get to watch all the fights, but I did get to watch Beterbiev versus Bivol. Now, a lot of not a lot, but a bit of controversy, I guess you could say, behind that fight. Beterbiev came out with the win. He's the new light heavyweight undisputed champion of the world, the first in the four belt era. I believe it's well deserved. He's been working hard. Before the fight, he's 20 fights as a pro, 20 wins, 20 knockouts, no losses. And now he's 21-0 with 20 losses, which says something because this is the first time he hasn't been able to take his opponent out before that last bell in the 12th round. So a lot of people who have watched the fight are calling it a robbery. Now, my whole thing with that is I don't consider the results of the fight, a robbery, me personally. I would have been, this is just based off of what I did get to see. I didn't get to watch a couple of rounds because I was helping out with some stuff around the house. But a couple of rounds I did miss. I believe it was round 4 I missed, and maybe like 8 and 9 or something like that before going into the championship rounds, pretty much. Or I believe actually it was 9 or 10. I remember I watched around 11 and 12 straight up. So my whole thing about the fight, me personally, like I said, I didn't have a horse in the race, to be honest, but I did believe that Bivol would possibly take the win by decision. This was before the fight. I did a video, my previous video, where I broke that down and broke down why. But I was definitely not counting Beterbiev out. But I really didn't expect Beterbiev to win by a decision. I felt like he was going to have to take Bivol out before 12. That's what I felt. And that's what I felt could possibly happen as well. But results was Bivol Beterbiev by majority decision. The scores, the judge scorecards were kind of crazy. 116 and 112 is crazy. The fight was a lot closer to that, but that was crazy right there. I ain't gonna lie about that. Some of these fights, that's the thing where the whole thing, like the way Mike Tyson moved, do not leave it to the judges. Never leave it to the judges. You know, if you don't have to, do not leave it to the judges. And that's with any sport. Don't leave it to the referee. Don't leave it to the judges. You know. But in this case, it was definitely left to the judges. And the judges felt a certain way about the fight. And they felt that Beterbiev was beating Bivol by, is that 4 rounds? That's crazy to me. I ain't gonna lie. That's crazy. The fight was a lot closer than that, for sure, in my opinion. A lot of people, though, on the other hand, said that they had Bivol winning the fight, which I respect as well. It was back and forth to me for what I was able to watch. It was back and forth. I started scoring the fight myself at the first 2-3 rounds. And then I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm not even going to score. I just want to watch the fight, focus on what I can. Then I got a call to go have to do something around the house. So I kind of had to put just not watch the 4th round, I believe it was. Um, but even still, just judging by what I did see, a lot of people had Bivol winning. I had it. I mean, just based off of what I witnessed, it was very close. I would have been okay with either or being the winner. Excuse me. I would have been okay with either or being the winner or a draw. Close fight either way. Close win for Beterbiev. Close win for Bivol. I was very impressed by. I'll start with Bivol since he was the one that lost. I was very impressed by Bivol because, for one, he was the first guy to actually go 12 rounds with someone like Beterbiev. And he was eating shots. He was eating shots, but he was as well. He had good footwork to keep on, keep moving, kind of do his best to keep Beterbiev from getting into a comfortable position and distance to get to Bivol. He did a great job with that, which I don't think anybody's ever been able to really keep Beterbiev off of them the way Bivol was able to do it. But at the same time, Bivol was eating shots too. This shows how good Beterbiev is as a boxer. And I keep saying this. Well, I ain't getting to Beterbiev yet, so I'll hold that. But Bivol did a great job. I think it was a spectacular performance. I think he did enough to possibly where he could have pulled off a win. That's why it really just came to how you felt about, how you felt that he was really pursuing Beterbiev. Some people thought that he was running. I did not think Beterbiev was running because Bivol. Some people thought Bivol was running, but I did not believe Bivol was running. Bivol actually landed some really good shots, really good combos. As that, he actually stumbled Beterbiev a couple times. I remember clearly where Beterbiev he wasn't hurt, but he was kind of thrown off of his footing was thrown off. The way he was kind of thrown off balance by some shots, which shows that Bivol does have power. He's not known for being a power guy, but Bivol has power behind his shots. We've seen him before. His last couple of fights, he's stopped his opponents. So I thought Bivol put on a great performance, and I thought he possibly could have done enough, or maybe, like I say, I would have been okay if he had pulled off a close decision or a draw. And I think Bivol, he's still the toughest at 175. If Beterbiev decides to move up to cruiserweight like he's been saying, Bivol will probably be that guy. I'm pretty sure because the dude, I don't see nobody beating him at 175 right now. But that's give or take because I'm interested to see if Beterbiev gives Bivol another opportunity before he goes up to cruiserweight because I do kind of feel like Bivol could beat him in a rematch just by making whatever adjustments. Bivol showed that he could eat the shots. He showed that he could take a punch. His chin is a real chin. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, Bivol did his thing. Beterbiev, on the other hand, did his thing as well. I've been saying to people for the last through Beterbiev's last couple of fights that I've seen him in, Beterbiev is definitely a student of the game, for sure. And he claims it. He says to us that he's 39 years old and he still talking about he wants to be a better boxer. And he's shown that over his last two fights. Over the years I've been watching him, I've seen him growing as a better boxer. I'm not saying he was never a good boxer. I think he's always been an excellent boxer. I'm not talking about a power puncher. I'm not talking about just power. I'm not talking about just becoming a better boxer. I feel like I've watched him improve over his last few fights, and you can show his worth ethic is real, and even to perform like that after coming off of surgery, what they said 5 months ago he had a knee surgery, and to come back and perform the way he did, that was pretty excellent, in my opinion, and his power is still there, because we are in. Beterbiev landed some shots, and they hurt. Everything that Beterbiev throws, I'm pretty sure hurts. A jab from Beterbiev hurts. It's like it's like a piston in a V8. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get hit by it. You don't want that thing. If you ever seen a motor in a car like basically explode or something, a piston gets shot out you know, a car hood. That's what it's like. It seems like that's what it's like getting hit by Beterbiev. You're the hood, and he's that piston that's trying to shoot out that hood from the motor. You know what I'm saying? But no, I feel like Beterbiev did boxing very good. He showed that he's been working. He was always coming forward, like he always does, coming forward, being aggressive. And as the fight kept going along, he became more aggressive. It's like it's like he goes back to his corner between every round and says, "Well, I guess that wasn't enough, so I'm gonna apply more pressure." And that's exactly what he did, just like he does in every fight. But Bivol is a elite opponent who was able to just take the shots and give some back. It was great exchanges at points, really great exchanges between the two of them, which made the fight very entertaining, very fun. I don't know what Clarissa Shields was talking about. It didn't meet the, meet the hype. Like, and that's Clarissa Shields. She just get on my nerves because if it ain't about her, she's going to have something negative to say. It's always the same thing, and that's the problem. And especially with American fighters, they think they're just supposed to be, they want all the attention. They believe they're better than everybody, but it's like, it's just not all the way. Boxing is not an American sport like that, like it used to be. I mean, it's always been a worldwide sport, but being centered in America, like back in the, 70s, 80s, 90s, and before that, 2000s even. It's not like that no more. Boxing is literally being taken over by Ukrainians, Japanese, Puerto Rico always had a hand in the bucket. But now today, everybody got their hand in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? So, that's a whole nother story. Pusha Sales, she just, whenever she speaks at this point, I just be like, oh man, here she goes. I enjoy her when she's not talking. I'll just say that. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Yeah, but so a lot of people, like I said, I was very impressed with Beterbiev as much as I was impressed with Bivol. I do not take away his win. I feel like he deserved it. Like I said, once again, it could have went either way. I would have been happy, and I would love to see a rematch. It could have been a draw, which would have made things even crazier because, but a lot of people are saying robbery. That was not a robbery. It was a back and forth fight. It was some swing rounds even. I think the one thing that kind of messed it up for Bivol, in my opinion, is him taking off the 11th round. That might have shifted things like crazy just right there. He took off the 11th round. I remember I was able to sit down and actually watch that, and I'm sitting here wondering, I'm not sure if Bivol is tired or he believes he's ahead, so he has the opportunity to take off a round. And maybe I'm going to take the 11th off. I'm going to take the 11th round out. And I'm going to, show up back at the 12th and try to, put the top on the box. Tape it down, send it. You know what I'm saying? Type shit. I believe it had to be one or the other because I don't see no other reason why Bivol would have been taken off that round. Bivol's been known to go 12 rounds easy. Maybe, possibly, he might have been hurt that he took. So like I said, getting hit by Beterbiev, obviously it's obviously not like getting hit by anybody else in that division. Beterbiev is probably one of the hardest punchers in boxing. I mean, his record 20-0 before coming into the fight with 20 knockouts, that says something. And he has a good amateur background besides that, But, yeah, people calling it a robbery. I don't believe it was a robbery. I think the scorecards were bad, but I'm not calling no robbery in this fight. Loma versus Devin Haney was a robbery. Devin Haney, in my opinion, along with a lot of other people, didn't think that Devin Haney won that fight. We all watched it. I was at the fight. I saw Devin Haney losing. It was a great fight, but Devin Haney himself even knew that he didn't win that fight. This fight, in my opinion, I think it was so back and forth that you can't really say You can't call robbery with this one. It was two of the best in, can't say in their prime. I mean, who knows what prime is to people nowadays when it comes to, these athletes, because like I said, I'm watching Beterbiev get better as he's getting older, while watching Bivol also getting better as he's getting older. Bivol is like 30, early 30s, while Beterbiev is 39. I think he just turned 39 like a few months ago or something like that. So I don't know, something like that. But robberies, the problem is that we as boxing fans throw that word robbery around too much and too often, and don't really understand what robbery is. Just because the results weren't what you expected, doesn't mean robbery. People get in their feelings. That's a lot of times now. I don't take people seriously who just yell out robbery at any fight just because I already know what you wanted to happen, but because it didn't happen the way that you wanted it to, now you're calling it a robbery. It wasn't no robbery. It was a clean fight, great fight. I would love to see him running back. One of the best fights of the year for sure. We have the first undisputed light heavyweight champion of the world in the four belt era. I mean, I'm celebrating. This whole year has been fire. I'm celebrating. I'm happy about the results. I would have been happy if it was the other way around. That's all that matters to me. I want them to run it back if they can. If not, Bivol is going to be the king of the division, in my opinion. I don't see Benavidez coming in there beat him. I don't see Yard. I don't see nobody coming in there. I don't see David Morrell. I don't see too many people. I don't really know anybody that's going to be able to actually beat Bivol. Beterbiev did what I don't think any other boxer is capable of doing. And Beterbiev was eating shots too. They were both eating each other's shots, which was crazy. Because any other guys against them two are going down. I'm sorry. So, man, that was a great fight. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. I hope they run it back. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, comment, share, all that good shit. And I'm out of here. Peace.